What's going on, my trainer club? Today we had a new announcement. It is actually the 3-year anniversary of Pokemon Go. So they dropped a new event that's going to feature a lot of amazing features. So we are going to start helping you get prepped before we get the full details. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Congratulations, trainers. We have been with Pokemon Go for 3 years now. Way to go for everybody that has been with it since the beginning, or for those new people as well. We are all going to celebrate, and we are going to have a fantastic time with this new event. So drop in the comments and let me know. You guys saw the pictures. Do you think Gen 5 starters are actually going to come out? We are going to address this at the very end of the video, but right now we are going to start breaking down the event. So it's going to go from July 28th, which is going to be tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time. If you need to know where it is going to be correlating for you, go to PokemonGoLive.com and it will tell you where it is happening in your region. And that is also going to be 4 p.m. for Easter time. So correlate by the region in which you are at, and it is going to go all the way into July 6th at the same time, 1 p.m. So this actually brings us to a really good point that we have the Rayquazas coming to raid bosses for the 3-hour window on the 29th, right? So what does that mean? Because one of the tips in this event is that the raid bosses are going to be easier to catch. So we're going to check that out. We're going to get more Premier Balls and we're going to start breaking this down. So I hope you guys like catching the Alolan Pokemon, because we are going to be able to catch all of them in their shiny forms, which I am super excited about. I love these Alolan Pokemon. I think they are super, super awesome. So we have the Rattata, we have the Meowth, we have the Grimer, we have the Geodude. We also have the Diglett, we have the Exeggutor, and we have the Vulpix and the Sandshrew. So I just wanted to point out that the Alolan Rattata is in the wild, the Raichu is a raid boss, the Sandshrew is not in the wild, the Vulpix is not in the wild, although we saw both of those in the wild at GoFest. The Diglett is in the wild, the Meowth is not in the wild, the Geodude is in the wild, the Grimer is not in the wild, the Exeggutor is in the wild, and the Marowak is a raid Pokemon. So this would be a great time to bring out the 4 that are not in the wild, including the Sandshrew, Vulpix, Meowth, and Grimer that are not currently in the wild, but I think this event would be a great time to intro them into the wild as well as leave them in the wild. So I am looking forward to see what they do. I hope that is going to be the truth, because I cannot wait to catch these guys boosted in the wild. If this is the case, that's going to be so much fun for us. We are going to have a blast catching all of the Alolan forms in the wild. I think obviously besides the Marowak and the Raichu, which will probably be more prevalent in the raids. And then if you are looking to support your team leaders, you have their style that is going to be coming out in the shop. So if you are a trainer who likes to deck your guy out with custom gear, this is going to be something that you may want to check out. And then also, I hope you guys have your snapshot cameras ready, because we have the Pikachu coming back to the snapshot that you can do it once per day to get the chance to get the shiny party hat Pikachu. And then you can hatch the Pichu with the party hat. There has been no confirmation that a shiny is in there yet, but you may have that option. So we want to start clearing out some of our eggs right now, have some spaces, maybe not spin stops after you hatch your eggs. So if you are wanting to try to get this Pichu with the party hat that is going to be rare, you want to start opening your gifts tomorrow rather than doing it today. Or you just start tomorrow right before the event starts and walk, hatch those eggs out, and then open gifts to be able to get this Pichu. And so the last part of the event that is going to be my favorite, that we are going to have a full prep video that is going to come out tomorrow after we know what the details are. It is going to include the new special research. So it's saying that there's going to be special research for trainers that feel like they can't get caught up to the game. So for me, that signifies either a couple things. So number one, it's going to be rare Pokemon, it seems like, or it's going to be XP, or it's going to be Stardust, or a combination of all 3 of those. So we don't know exactly what is going on, but as soon as we do, I am going to break down all of those. So definitely look out for my video tomorrow. We are going to have the research, we're going to have the 100 IVs if anything changes, or any Pokemon that are rare that are going to be in there that are worthwhile getting after. And then we also have that potential to be able to get some Stardust, hopefully, and maybe some XP as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for this. So this is going to be a video and an event that any of your friends that maybe be like, I don't want to play Pokemon anymore because I'm so far behind, right? You feel that big kind of gap from the current to where you started. So this is going to be the event to help them out to get them started. And I just want to let you guys know that the research tasks are going all the way until September. So this is going to be our updated research tasks. So I'm excited about this. This is going to be a totally separate video that's going to come and include all of the research tasks. So we got a lot of content. So I'm telling you, if you are not subscribed, now is the time to subscribe. Like I said before, we have so much content coming up, so many good things happening. I can't wait to bring that all to you. And then we have the final two things. The last one's my favorite, but this one is going to be, you're going to get more Premier Balls. I don't know exactly what that means. There has been nothing that really confirms the details, but you're going to be able to take the raid bosses down faster. So they're obviously going to be weaker, and then you're going to get more Premier Balls to help you catch them. So for anybody that is looking to get any type of new raid bosses, or maybe there's even going to be a raid boss shakeup, which I would presume is going to happen, this is going to be helpful for you. Furthering on with the Premier Balls, if this is true for the Rayquaza should already be cut down to a tier 4 raid boss as far as his CP goes. So if it's truly going to cut him down even further, he's going to be easier to beat, meaning you're going to be able to maximize more on your day, and then you're going to be able to get more raid balls, so you're going to be able to catch him easier if you so choose to not raid fast. So this is an awesome time to be getting this, because I absolutely love Shiny Rayquaza, best electric attacker in the game, and something that you absolutely need. And then finally, my favorite, we are going to be able to trade for 1/4 the amount of the Stardust. So we get 25% of the Stardust. So for a regular trade, it's going to be 25 Stardust. And if you have the best friends doing your special trade per day, instead of 800, you're going to be doing 200. So if you are trading with your best friend, I just want to talk to you guys one-on-one like we were about to trade right now. So if you are trading with a best friend for a shiny that you do not have, it is going to cost you 40,000 Stardust. If you are trading with an ultra friend, it's going to cost you 80,000. If you are trading with a great friend, it is going to be 800,000. If you are trading with somebody you've never met before, which is silly, it is going to be 1 million. So you cut all of that down, 1 million to 250,000, 800,000 all the way to 200,000. The 80,000 is now going to be 20,000, and the 40,000 is now going to be 10,000. So if they're shinies, I would recommend that you only do this with best or ultra friends, because it gets very expensive and Stardust is such a hot commodity. The shinies are not worth it, in my opinion, to be able to trade for when you don't have at least this ultra and best friend status. So we're going all the way down. We're going to get 25%. So we are going to be able to get 10,000 Stardust for a new shiny that you don't have. I would prefer that if you guys were trading new shinies, that you were using Lucky Friend, so at least you can get a good IV one, and it's not just that. But for this event, this would be the time to enter in those lucky dexes, or even those shiny dexes of Pokemon that you do not have that are shinies, because normally they're pretty expensive, but 10,000 Stardust is very manageable. Have your friends ready to go. Let them know, see what they're going to do. If you have lucky friends that are going to be trading shinies that you don't have, this is the time to do it. So start lining up your trades with the people that you want, especially for the shinies that you don't have, right? Because the Pokemon that you don't have, a new Pokédex entry is still going to be 800 dust for best friends. It doesn't change, but the shiny dex entry is going to be a lot more. So that is really where you want to place your focus. And I would suggest stocking up on as many of these Alolan as you possibly can, and then trade them, and try to get the luckies. Even if you get the shinies, you can also maybe utilize a lucky friend, or even if you just want to do a trade for the day. I don't know how readily available these shinies are going to be, but since it's the 3-year anniversary, it seems like they should be pretty high. And the last thing I wanted to cover is the graphics. So in the graphic, we have the Gen 5 starters, and people might be like, oh, Gen 5 is coming, but if you just remember, they did this last year as well for the Gen 4 starters, right? They appeared in the picture, similar to this picture, but they did not come out for that event. So we have the Snivy, we have the Oshawott, and we have the Tepig that are featured in this graphic. I personally don't think that they are going to be coming out for this event. Personally, I just don't. I think they're going to be coming out soon, and probably this year, and I don't know how soon, but I do not think they're going to be coming out for this event, because you have some other things. You have like a Mewtwo floating in the background, which would be super awesome if we got a shiny Mewtwo, but I just don't see that happening. You know, we just got the speed deoxys, so you can kind of read into this, and I think that's one of the reasons they really do this, to kind of just stir a lot of controversy and get some really good publicity from this, like Gen 5 starters coming, right? Like I could do a thumbnail and do total clickbait, like Gen 5 starters are coming right now, are you ready for it, right? And everybody's going to be like, oh my god, they're coming, let's click on this video and see it. But in reality, I just don't foresee that that's coming from this event. I would be very surprised, and you can hold me to this and drop in the comments and let me know if they are going to let these guys come out. I just don't foresee it happening right now. Maybe in the near future, maybe after this whole year, right? Because we have the Go Fest in Dortmund coming up, and then we have the Japan Yokohama, and then after that is when I project that they'll have the shiny Rayquaza that comes out, as well as the Gen 5 starting to come out, because the events are taking up a bulk of what's going on in Pokemon Go. So there's a lot of hype going on, and then afterwards it's going to kind of drop off. So they need something that's going to really pull it up, and that's where I see the shiny Rayquaza, and maybe starting off with some of the limited edition Gen 5 starters like that Snivy, like the Oshawott, and the Tepig. So that is what I am thinking. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think as well. And there is also a Mime Jr. running in the front, which could be an awesome addition to the 7K eggs that would really put the hype to the next level. Before I leave you guys, make sure to get out there and start stacking up your Pokeballs. Make sure to trade any of the Pokemon that you have from GoFest. Start clearing up some bag space. I personally love these Alolan Pokemon, and I'm going to start making room in my bag. So I also want to have the Pokeballs. I want to have Great Balls and Ultra Balls. I am going to be utilizing these. I'm going to be getting them, and I'm going to be doing a lot of trades. Have your trades lined up with the people that you have lined up. Start opening your gifts for your best friends or interacting with them on a daily basis to try to get lucky friends. So if you get something like a Grimer shiny that isn't a good IV, and you have a friend that has a shiny Grimer and is also your lucky friend, you can go ahead and trade those guys if that's something that you desire. And so I will see you guys out on the next video when we are truly going to know everything we need to know, and my top tips video is going to come out. Let's do it.